Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham alongside Randy Lee. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Some more, a little bit more defined schedule for the upcoming football season. We get a little times, networks, and things like that of possibly where these games are going to be played. Some interesting times maybe have come out today, so we'll break those down a little bit and talk about those. Auburn got some pretty impressive recruits coming in. Not a whole lot of room left in this class, so it's kind of a small group, only 5 guys, I think, but I think 5 that Auburn really wants, and pretty impressive numbers. So we'll talk about those, tell you who those are that are going to be in town visiting, and maybe, what the chances are that we can see some commitments today. So these things, love to hear from you, 256-234-6221. If you got anything you'd like to bring up today, a new topic, we'd love to hear about it. Or if you'd like to comment about any of the things that we talk about, 256-234-6221. Hey, if you'd like to rant, we accept those too. Some might say just as an opener, some might say, Andy, I appreciate, your anger yesterday, but maybe it's misplaced. Auburn didn't have anything to do with it. It was, they contracted all that out. It's your campus. It's your stadium. You better have some responsibility about it. And you got people with Auburn administration working parts of the traffic and logistics and stuff. So don't give me that Auburn didn't have anything to do with it. And Auburn knew very well that the transit wasn't going to be running. Somebody should have demanded, said, look, if the transit is not going to be running, then you can't just have 65,000 people rush into the stadium at the same time. It's just not going to. That is insane. So I'm not going to go through it again. I just wanted to preface that to say.
Well, it's a different day and age also on the events that we're going to get at Jordan-Hare Stadium and across the SEC and across the country compared to what we've had in the past. And you can say why. Well, the why is we've got to have money.
Yeah.
The NIL obligations of getting the right players here to Auburn University and to other schools in the SEC is very, very high. And it's going up. And, I don't know if you paid attention to Nick Saban's opening comments when he spoke in front of the Senate or, whatever committee he was speaking in front of. And, well, the $2.3 million in year one of the NIL up to 6 or 7 in year two, up to him getting out of it once it got to the 10 to 12, to some schools having 40 now. I mean, that's happened in not 5 even years. 2 hands full of years. Yeah. I mean, this is within 5 to 7 years that we've seen a drastic change. And so where is that going? I don't think any of us have any answer at all. And the universities right now, they're just kind of scrambling to stay competitive because what Saban said that kind of made the most sense to me, not that I thought all of it made sense, but the thing that he said that made the most sense is you've got to do it because the only other alternative is to not put a quality product out there, and then there's no revenue coming in by having a fan base that gets disengaged with what you're putting out there. And that's the risk that you take. So the NIL, Argentina and Iceland, the money that was generated by 88,000 fans there at Jordan-Hare Stadium's massive. Does it have issues that you dealt with that are going to come with that? Yes, because it's different.
Yeah.
And it may have, Brett made mention of going over to Georgia Tech's campus to a concert with his daughter and her friend group and seeing the difference of the way that was handled maybe in comparison to what we see on Saturdays. It doesn't give you a pass for it, though. And if it's going to be something that you're going to do more and more of, I've heard, there's a buzz out there of one of our top lady country music stars in the entire world being at Auburn soon. I'll leave it at that. She happens to be an Auburn fan, too, to go along with it, but don't say that I said it. But, I think that there's a big buzz around that.
Probably grew up close there.
Yeah, that's going to be a massive crowd with a big-time moneymaker. But you can't have the excuse, well, it's not us,
Yeah.
When my partner here pays $134 for a parking pass to get where he can go into the event that he paid really good money for to get the tickets to, and you drive up to the parking lot and the Auburn University logo sitting on somebody's chest, and they say, we're sorry, son, but
I quote, Auburn dropped the ball on this.
Well, that can't be the excuse. And, I guess the point you're trying to make, because you love the school, you love the city, you love the university, is
it's not easy.
Just don't let it happen. Don't let it happen next time. Have a plan the next one.
I can't imagine. And I'm sure there would be an excuse of, well, the transit's not running because it's not an Auburn event. Okay. Well, maybe, why don't we run it anyway, even though it's not an Auburn event? Well, it's too expensive or something like that. Don't give me that garbage. You run it every single day for 2 semesters. One random Tuesday in June on one day, that's going to break the bank. So I don't buy that. So why not? Why not just run the transit? That would have taken and the other thing too is, thanks for the heads up, Auburn, that the transit's not going to be running. Hey, you might want to get here 4 hours early because it's going to be a madhouse. I didn't see a word about it. Nobody nobody said anything about anything. So it could have been handled a lot better. And I hope they learned from it. And maybe they will. Because it had to be a massive moneymaker. I would think.
Massive.
I would think.
I know what I paid for tickets.
Yeah, I don't know. How does that deal work?
Well, I'm sure part of it goes to
tickets,
who that you're partnering with, including, the concerts that we're going to end up having there at the university. I'm sure that's all a negotiation, but I can't think that half of the proceeds aren't going back to hosting, to go along with everything else that goes on in the city for having an event like that.
Yeah.
And there's ways to weigh and add up what that means economically to a city like Auburn. But we got way more of this coming. It's the only way you can compete. That's what I had to buy on the Atlanta game. Look, I'm a season ticket holder like you. Yeah. I got tailgate. I spent a lot of money on tailgate spots and having them come set me up tents and TVs and cater it out there and, do it because I love it and want to keep going. Hell, you got to. If you keep going to that nightmare that we've put out there on the field, you
better enjoy the pregame.
You've got to love it to be spending the amount of money that it takes to take a family of 4 to Auburn University football games throughout the year. And I'm supposed to buy in that the NIL money's needed so bad that Baylor didn't take it. Maybe they didn't have the option, but that's neither here nor there. But Auburn's going to take the payday rather than have another event there at Auburn. So I'm appreciative of these other things coming, but it's not going to end until some legislation comes down that changes the amount of money that it takes to put a good quality product out there on the field.
Well, just to bring it back home, if you're going to do it right. Don't just do it right if you're going to do it. If you're not going to put any thought into it, you're not going to put any effort into it, then don't do it. I just assume don't do it. So, well, that's my 2 cents.
Andy, these numbers that you're about to make me for a couple of segments go through, which is offensive line commits for Auburn University over the last decade in comparison to Alabama and Georgia. I can't even start by saying how bad this is.
I started to do Ohio State too, but I couldn't do it. I was like, I got through Georgia, and I was like, this is just so depressing. There's no. I mean, obviously, there's a direct correlation to the fact that Auburn is 3-18 versus these two teams in the last 10 years. Lost to Georgia, it's 11. I mean, played them 11 times in 10 years, but 3-18. I mean, and it's just Jason Caldwell's talked about this. We've talked about this, but the strategy of the Auburn coaching and multiple coaches of recruiting offensive linemen has been bewildering for over a decade. And, I mean, how many times do we talk about offensive and defensive line? That's the building blocks of your team. And when you look at the numbers and you think, I don't even know. I'm shocked we've done as good as we have.
I am too. I mean, when we go through these, and I think everyone speculates, but until you say it out loud and actually read the names and you look down and you see how inefficient we've been in comparison to the two that we got to beat and where we used to beat them. Yeah. By the way Auburn used to beat these two teams is we beat them up. We were better on the lines of scrimmage when I was growing up. In the 80s and 90s, we were better on the lines of scrimmage than these two teams. Now, there were outliers. There was a 92 season for Alabama, and there were some outliers where they were tremendous. But I say for the most part, we were better on the line of scrimmage. My God, I mean, you never get back recruiting at this level.
All right, we got to take our first break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet.
Truck Month is now at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We've got fresh new Silverado 1500s and 2500 HDs arriving daily. Plus, you'll get 0% financing on Silverado 1500s right now. Drive Chevy Equinox models from 3.9 financing. But wait, that's not all.
Enjoy no payments for 90 days.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, Sensa Green Heating, Cooling, and Insulation, and the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm, helping you out with all of your personal injury needs. We are going to go to the Eric McKinley Mortgageboro Hotline and welcome in our good pal, Brett Pritchard. Brett, what's going on?
What's going on, Andy? I really wanted to call and just do a wellness check on you, make sure you were good. That was the main purpose of this, because I know you were a little hot yesterday, and you had every right to be. I don't blame you at all. So just doing a check on that, and then plus wanted to, obviously give my take on, what you guys were talking about. I'm on the road, of course, as always, every day. And so I was listening, and it has been abysmal for a long time. And both of y'all are right. I mean, it's very obvious why Auburn hasn't been competitive, because the offensive line side of the ball, the defensive line not so much, but the offensive line side of the ball has been pretty much non-existent. But Alex Golis is changing that. Auburn was already 4 offensive line commits and got a chance to pick up a couple more. That we haven't seen offensive line recruiting like this in a long time. And he came in and said he was going to put a priority on that. And then we talked about it. Faith and I talked about it yesterday on the podcast with the defensive line. The defensive line actually, they're stockpiling defensive ends and defensive tackles right now with a chance to get 2 or 3 more, and a couple of those guys are coming in this weekend in OVs, and I can dive into a couple of those if y'all want me to, but this is line of scrimmage recruiting at a level we haven't seen in a decade.
No doubt about it. The Von Brandt kid, that's a top 200 guy, top 150, I think, guy. So that's a huge pickup. Like you said, it's moving in the right direction. But just listen to these numbers for a second, Brett. You think it's bad, but listen. All right, this is just high school and junior college recruits. This doesn't count transfers, but over the last 10 years, Auburn has recruited and signed 31 total offensive linemen from high school or junior college. Alabama, in the same time, signed 41, and in the same time, Georgia signed 51. Now, here's the kicker, though.
You haven't heard anything yet, Brett. Like that sounds bad, but what he's about to spill out now is disgusting.
All right, Auburn won top 50 recruit, and that's Calvin Ashley, by the way. 2 top 100.
How'd that work out? Okay, go ahead.
2 top 100, 5 top 200, 6 top 300 guys. In the last 10 years, we've had 6 top 300 guys. And again, one of those is Calvin Ashley. All right, Alabama, 10 top 50 guys, 16 top 100, 25 top 200, 28 top 300. Georgia, 11 top 50, 17 top 100, 22 top 200, 31 top 300 offensive line recruits.
Well, and all of that is discussed. And apparently Auburn previous staffs have not understood the blueprint for winning football, and Georgia and Alabama have. I said it this morning on the podcast. Auburn's done great getting 4- and 5-star wide receivers, 4- and 5-star running backs, 4- and 5-star secondary guys and linebackers. But what they haven't done is stockpile a bunch of 4- and 5-star offensive and defensive linemen. And again, better on the defensive side than the offensive side, but pretty much non-existent, as both of y'all just said, reading those numbers out. And you want to know why Auburn hasn't been successful. Well, you don't have to say anything else. It doesn't matter how many great skill guys you have. If you don't have a line of scrimmage that can compete in this league, you're not going to win football games, and Auburn hasn't won a lot of football games in the last 10 years. And that's exactly why. And it is crazy to think. And, you go back to Gus Malzahn, and it may have started then, really, with the decline, because I remember that article that came out in Sports Illustrated. I can't remember who wrote it. They said, if you're a top-ranked offensive lineman, you don't want to go to Auburn and play in that system, they're not going to prepare you for the NFL. And it was like a stigma that was attached, and you started to see the difficulties for Gus Malzahn and that staff to get top-ranked offensive linemen, and it's been a problem since.
Let me give just one more. I want to throw one more dart here.
Okay.
So Auburn has signed 6 top 300 offensive linemen in the last 10 years. 3 of those 6 was 10 years ago, in 2017. In 2017, we signed Calvin Ashley, Nick Brahms, and Austin Troxell. So since 2017, we have signed 3 total top 300 offensive linemen in the country. And in that same time span, Alabama has signed 26, and Georgia has signed 29. So
yeah, it's the disparity is so great it almost feels like it's a made up number. But when you look at the results and you see what Alabama and Georgia's been able to do versus what Auburn's been able to do, the proof's in the pudding. Randy, you can't take a bunch of 3-star guys and below and hope you develop them and go up against the cream of the crop in the country when the teams that you're playing are stockpiling 4- and 5-star guys. Just from a physicality and a skill set, you're not going to compete. And Auburn has not had a good record against anybody that's been a playoff team. I mean, you can just go back and look, and it really starts and stops with these numbers y'all are talking about. It's disgusting. That's why I think every Auburn fan should be elated with how Alex Golesh and his staff is approaching the recruiting strategy, and that's going out and heavily recruiting top-ranked offensive linemen, and have already landed 4 and are in position to get a couple more. And then you got some big-time defensive ends that have already committed, and a couple more in M.J. Evans and possibly James Pace III that could actually pledge. And then now Jabari Garrar has upped his commitment date till tomorrow. And I don't know, we've been caught off guard already by this staff. I still feel like it's Texas, but we also thought Chance Gilbert was going to go to Georgia, and he committed to Auburn. So I don't really know. I do think when we went and sat down with Chicken Garrar, he said he wanted to commit in July or maybe even into October. Something has changed his mind. Maybe it's the visit to Texas and he didn't need to see anything else, or maybe he's moved it up now because he's leaning toward Auburn. We'll just have to wait and see. But Auburn is in the mix with some guys that I mean, just really our head scratching. You and I talked about it yesterday, Randy, and it's a very positive vibe around the staff right now.
Outstanding, Brett. Appreciate it, buddy. Make sure to tune in to Brett every morning, 8 o'clock with the podcast.
Hey, I want to tell y'all guys one more thing. We're about to go sit down with National Championship head coach Nick Kleiner for an exclusive interview this afternoon that will be coming out tomorrow, so everybody stay tuned for that.
Look forward to that. Thank you, Brett. We appreciate it.
All right. Yep.
We got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event. From tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Join the 43rd Alabama State Games, June 12th through 14th, 2026. Compete in Olympic-style events and support Alabama youth sports. Discover the power of sports. Registration opens March 1st at alagames.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. I always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food in the Montgomery or Auburn area. Go and check them out today. Go and check out their website, steaksandwine.com. Just the letter N, steaksandwine.com. And check out their daily lunch specials and all the other deals and specials they have going on right now. Great place on Pepper Tree in Montgomery and on East Glen in Auburn. I think we'll go back to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro hotline.
Terry, you on the Auburn Blitz?
Hey, Andy. Hey, Randy. How y'all doing?
Good, Terry.
Great.
Glad to have you.
Good to talk to y'all. When you talk to ADs and coaches and assistant coaches around the country, you ask them the difference in the SEC to the other conferences, what's their dominance? They always come up with the same answer, the linemen.
Lines of scrimmage, just the wealth of talent in the southern part of the states when it comes to line talent, and we haven't taken advantage of that.
And this is why I was not necessarily against the commitment of Bo Nix, because, I don't really feel like Bo Nix wanted to go to Auburn, to tell you the truth. But I knew Gus Malzahn did not surround him with the linemen that he needed.
There's no way to deny that. The poor guy, since he's left, has been a star wherever he's been, and we gave him all the grief in the world about running around for his life back there, but the guy had no choice.
Greatest play of his career at Auburn is him scrambling and running for his life against LSU and throwing that touchdown pass.
So Bo Nix, he's made very few decisions in his life any better than the one to get out of Auburn when he did. I'll put it that way.
And that decision was encouraged by the worst coach in Auburn history, Brian Harsin.
Oh, yeah, I think that he had a lot to do with it. I think the writing was on the wall, and Bo Nix has got a very, very smart father as a football coach to go along with giving him some advice, and it had to be clear to everyone involved that it wasn't going to get any better. And, again, as hard as I hate to say it, when you watch him play for Denver, there's no part of explaining Auburn football more than to know that Pat Nix's son is now one of the best football players in the NFL, and he had to leave Auburn for his last 2 years to get there.
We benched him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just can't emphasize that enough. The linemen, the lines of scrimmage, as you said, Randy, that's the emphasis in the Southeastern Conference, and it's the emphasis in the Southeastern schools. When you ask the ADs, coaches, assistant coaches around the country, that's the first answer they give is the line of scrimmage and the linemen themselves.
And we just got them. It's not only in the state of Alabama; it's just in the southern states. We've got the size, the athleticism, the strength. We see it in the high school ranks. It's just a wealth of talent, and again, unfortunately, Auburn just hasn't taken advantage of that, and we did for an awfully long time. And we did have one of the more physical teams, I would say, fundamentally. When you ask somebody about what Auburn football was in the 80s under Pat Dye, it was just tough and hard-nosed. You wouldn't have gotten past those two adjectives. But we're way away from that right now, and it's disappointing.
You can't play football in 2026 like you did in the 80s.
But I will say, to back what Brett's saying, it feels like Golish has that same mentality, and he's proving that with his recruiting by making it very important with this staff that we've got to get better on the lines of scrimmage, and we seem to be, at least in the recruiting ranks, and that's a good place to start.
Unless we got another bunch of Calvin Ashleys out there.
And they've got to make those decisions. You and I don't make them, but you got to get talent, and the point that Andy's making that I appreciate him by putting these numbers together is you can't hide the inefficiency of Auburn and the talent that we've stockpiled on the lines of scrimmage at Auburn in comparison to the two teams that we want to beat the most. There is no comparison.
Right.
It's humorous. And until we get somebody in place that finds a way to fix that without coming up with a lot of excuses on why we can't, then we're going to keep getting the 3-18 mark that we have against those two opponents in the last 10 years.
You're exactly right. And, Andy, just for you, Stephen Pearl still sucks.
Thank you, Terry. We appreciate it, buddy.
Got to give the man some time, man. Come on.
You got to give him a little time, and I love what he's put together for this year.
I do.
Now we've got to have the rules stay the same.
Well, they can. I mean, they got a grandfather this year in. I would think. I mean, they'll be. You talking about some lawsuits. Lyle says I was listening to a blog this morning, and they were talking about how Georgia's losing some commits, especially linemen, because Kirby won't pay what the players want.
Yeah, he may have a line in the sand on what he's willing to pay an incoming freshman.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the talk that Brett and I have this talk more than any. Brett's a little bit more on the side of you've got to determine what that dead money is that you're going to carry over there, but you got to have it, Randy. I'm more on the line of, gosh knows, man. You got to have 30 to – you did a show where y'all tried to come up with a way for Auburn to put a competitive roster together at $30 million, and it was very difficult for you to do. And so remembering back to that, and with that being said, if you're going to have 5 to 7 on a freshman class, this dead money over there, I can't say how much I would not put it into a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way I'd put 7 figures into a quarterback for us to develop him to go on somewhere else. That's what the last two have done to Auburn. So, you know, you can say, well, the next one's not going to be that way, Randy. Okay. Well, history
says otherwise.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open, located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all: Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air Jurassic Challenge. Replace your system by July 31st, and you could win up to $2,500 back for the oldest HVAC system or $1,000 for the oldest water heater. Call Dixie and it's done.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy here with you. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. As I mentioned earlier, we got a little bit more ideas about what we're going to play, when we're going to play for the upcoming football season. We knew that the Baylor game was going to be at 2:30 on ABC, immediately following Alabama, I think, on ABC. I think they're the 11:30 game. So I'll try to see if I can figure out something to do at 11:30. Southern Miss will either be at 6:30 or 6:45, and Florida will be at 6 o'clock on ESPN. I think that'd be a good. That's a great opener there, I think, for the SEC. Obviously, that's always going to be something, just because of the coaches. But that'd be you want to talk about getting off to a good start. If you could win that one, then you get Vandy coming in an afternoon game. I don't know if that means 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3. Tennessee could be afternoon or night. Georgia is an afternoon game on ABC. Then we get 4 straight 11 o'clock games. Playing LSU at home at 11 o'clock on ABC or ESPN, we've had some interesting matchups with LSU over the years. Seemed like that one when we went over there in 99 and beat their brains in, that was an 11 o'clock game. But most of them have been that either 2:30 spot or it seemed like they're always at 6 o'clock. Went over there in Baton Rouge, but that's going to be a little bit interesting. But Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Mississippi State all 11, 11:30 or 11:45 game, I guess. That's kind of going to. How do you feel about that? Do you at least your rest of your days, you got it free, so.
Well, one, I don't like those morning games at all.
Yeah.
Not room really for a lot of tailgating and pregame festivities, but you can hang around and do some. So I'm just thinking about it towards that. Auburn hasn't, at least, I'm unfortunately thinking back to Georgia and Arkansas and a couple of those games at 11 o'clock that went nightmarishly for Auburn. So
yeah.
I won't say that we've always played well, and the energy in the stadium's not always there at 11 o'clock, but we get what we deserve right now. We're not getting the prime time schedule until we start winning football games. And
until we're a prime time draw.
As soon as Auburn starts winning football games and get the atmosphere up to where it will be within a half a season, if we show some progress, then then we'll get better time. So it is what it is.
Mike's concerned because we lose a lot of 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
A lot of 11 o'clock games. But I think going on the road to Ole Miss at early, they're going to be late arriving. I mean, they're a wine and cheese crowd anyway. So I think that's probably a benefit to Auburn to go over there. And State, maybe the same thing. They're still a little hungover. The bells aren't quite as loud at 11 o'clock. So, of course, if we need that to beat State, it tells you exactly where we are. So the Iron Bowl will either be at afternoon or night. Who knows? It'll either be the 2:30 game on ABC or when's the last time? It was a night game for the first time in a while, wasn't it? A couple years ago, maybe. Maybe it was last year. I can't remember. But anyway, that block though from October the 24th to November the 14th, 4 straight 11 o'clock games. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Unless it was one of those times where we just really stunk. But that's too bad. That's like a little bit more often than not these days. Carlos May, one of those guys Brett's talking about, is going to be in town this weekend from Ramsey.
Ramsey, yes,
Yeah.
Birmingham.
He's a big-time guy, top 130, top 150 type player, 4-star defensive lineman. I don't know anything about Nate Kamba, but he's a top 300 player out of Charlotte, North Carolina, another defensive lineman, yet another safety from Thompson. We've had a lot of good luck with those guys. Have you seen Junior Tuopo play?
Well, if you can get anybody out of that Thompson program, I'll take them. And with the length, we keep getting guys from there that are good size. I mean, 6'3", 192-pound safety.
Where do they keep getting these safeties?
They keep getting everybody from everywhere. Here's you can like it or dislike it. It doesn't matter. You can complain, whatever you want to say. All I am going to say is they didn't all grow up in Alabaster, Alabama.
I believe that for sure. The Iron Bowl will be in Tuscaloosa this year, Mike. So it's a great opportunity for Alex Golesh to get off on the right foot. When's the last time we won in Tuscaloosa?
10.
It's 16 years, so go ahead and break that streak. Go ahead and break. How many years was it? 6 we've lost? Or 7 in a row? I can't even remember now. But was it 19? Was that the last time we won?
That sounds right.
An Iron Bowl?
Yeah.
Good grief. So
17 the last time we beat Georgia.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Last time we beat Georgia in Athens was 06, 05. So, and then they rolled up in there in 06 with I think they were 4-6, were they not?
Yeah.
They were terrible and just beat our brains. Brandon Cox, I think, threw like 4 picks and 3 of them run back for touchdowns. Whew. Boy. Memory lane. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back and close out the show right after this.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Summer's on, and Royal Furniture is ready to celebrate 80 years of providing our customers top brand furniture at the industry's best prices. And now you can save huge with the 80th anniversary sale. At Royal, you always qualify for Royal credit terms, now up to 60 months at 0%. Save huge now and pay later at Royal Furniture, Auburn, Prattville, and Montgomery.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability, and eligibility may vary.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe. Call Sensagreen.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Randy taking you up to 1 o'clock. Congratulations to Auburn junior Jacoby Tharp. He cemented his name in the history books Wednesday by breaking the world record in the men's 110 hurdles by running a 12.75 in the semifinal round. Man set a world record in the hurdles, 110 hurdles. Auburn Junior. So congratulations to him. Obviously, the outdoor track and field championships going on right now, but his teammates in the 4x100 broke the collegiate record, 37.75. So broke LSU's mark in 2023, set in 2023. So Auburn all of a sudden got a pretty good track team.
They do. They've had one the last couple of years, and they're building on it and getting the right athletes in there to make us competitive, and hopefully they can get over the hump. You know, so close to winning a national title. Was it last year?
Yeah, seemed like it.
Yeah, you know.
Now, is Ralph Spry still there, or is this somebody different?
It's somebody different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, I mean, you know, when you set world records, maybe we might see Mr. Tharp in the Olympics or something. Hopefully so. All right, it is June the 11th. Happy birthday today, Vince Lombardi.
He was only 57 years old when he passed.
He was, yeah. He had a tough life, I think.
Man, he looked.
Yeah, he looked like he was 80.
77.
Yeah.
I mean, but 57. I know that we have that talk a lot, that we seem to age a little better these days than they did then.
There's no question. Humans are just built a little different now.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, we've evolved or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, it is not the same. That there's 50-year-olds look like 30-year-olds now, and it's just, well, some of them do anyway. Some of them don't. Yeah, y'all always associate Vince Lombardi with Green Bay. But, he did coach the Washington Redskins.
He did.
At the end of his career. It was not nearly as successful, but nonetheless. Happy birthday today, Gene Wilder. Is one funny guy. Young Frankenstein, Blazing. The first 15 minutes of Blazing Saddles is the funniest 15 minutes of film in the history of cinema. You've seen it?
So
it's just they make fun of everybody, and it is just Mel Brooks is hilarious. Happy birthday today, Adrienne Barbeau. No, she was really big in the 80s. She was in Swamp Thing or Escape from New York. You ever seen the Creep Show?
No. I've seen the Swamp Thing.
Oh, you've seen the Swamp Thing? Yeah. Okay, not there was a TV show, but she was in the original movie, and she was like the love interest. But well endowed. Yeah. Typical 80s type B movie heroine. Frank Beard. Ironically, Frank Beard, the drummer for ZZ Top, the only guy in the band that didn't have a beard. His name's Frank Beard. That is a true story. Graham Russell?
No.
Now, you're a big Air Supply fan.
Is that who he is?
Long out of love. Yeah. We're all out of love. Yes, that is Graham Russell. Donnie Van Zant.
Yep.
38 Special of the Van Zant family legacy. Gary Fensick. You know who Gary Fensick is.
He's safety for the Chicago Bears.
1985. 1986. Yeah. Probably from 83 to 89-ish, probably. Very good. Back in the day when you could actually have a white safety. Mm-hmm. But he'd take your head off. Gary Fensick. Joe Montana, born on this day, 1956. Joe Montana's 70 years old. It's crazy. Maybe I still say, it's hard not to say Tom Brady's not the greatest. But Joe was undefeated.
Oh, he was great.
He was great.
And he was back before it was pass happy. I know that they threw it around a good bit, but it wasn't pass happy then. His stats would have been, with his skill set, it would have been much larger today. So
he'd be the all-time leading
compare.
passer.
Yeah, you can't compare.
But, you got Jerry Rice on one side, John Taylor on the other. You got Dwight Clark. You got Brent.
You got Roger Craig coming out of
you got Roger Craig.
Yeah.
That team was so talented. But he was so good. Dr. Oz, Peter Dinklage, the little fella. Mm-hmm. Can we call them midgets or do we call them little people?
You can call them whatever.
I'm not sure what.
Jeff will know what you're saying.
That's true.
That.
Okay. Jeff Ogilvy, he won the U.S. Open one of those times when Bill Mickelson, when he teed off on 18 with a 2-shot lead, I think, and hit it on the hospitality tent. And Jeff Ogilvy ended up winning that U.S. Open, one of those sad moments for Phil. Joshua Jackson, for all you Dawson's Creek fans.
Yeah.
Diana Taurasi.
One of the best women's basketball players of all time.
I was going to say, is she the best?
She's in the discussion. She's won to the level that she should be in the discussion.
I think that's probably wrong. And Shia LaBeouf.
He's a little off his rocker.
He's a little
off right now.
He's a pretty good actor.
He comes on, he goes off. He's currently.
Is he off?
No.
He's on.
He's full on.
Okay.
I think he was around New Orleans for about a month, and I think he raised as much hell as you could and not go to jail for an extended period of time. So, yeah, I think he's on.
Okay. Well, I don't – he was in Transformers. That's about all I know. It was in another movie. It was actually really good. It was a takeoff on Rear Window.
He's a great actor.
Rear Window, yeah. But I can't remember what the name of it was. But it was like, he had a, I think that the take on it was he had an ankle monitor, so he couldn't leave the house. But
he's probably got one right now.
He may do it. Yeah. That's true. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. Be sure to Remember the interview with Nick Kleiner tomorrow on the Auburn Blitz. Tune in for that. He's Randy. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.